Hey, what's good? So here's the second video that I promised earlier. It's currently Thursday, June 10th. And here, let me put some music in the background. I don't know if you guys are going to hear it, because the mic is kind of not the best. But, so we're going to do a technical analysis here on some altcoins. And I'll show you guys how I choose which altcoins are the best to trade. It's not me picking them, it's Binance actually. So if you go on just the dashboard and you go markets overview, it's new. It's not really new anymore, but it's new. And it gives you all this information. So this is pretty good information, where it tells you like 10% of the alts, 10% and higher is like 175 of them, and then only 32 is down 10%, and then most of them are just in the middle. Okay, and then price down 345, and then price up. And then so if you scroll down a little bit, this is what I use, top derivatives, because we trade futures, right? So these are all perpetual futures, and it basically tells us KSM, Kadi, Rune. I have to add this guy in Alpha, BLZ, and these are basically the more active ones. There's a couple of them, so I'll just add them now. So it was Alpha, and then so let's take a look at the longer time frames here, okay? Alright. So, starting off with KSM, I want to keep things simple here, like super simple. I'm going to clear this chart. I'm going to get rid of this thing. This is a VWAP. It's a decent indicator, but we're not going to use it. And this one as well. I like this one. It's good. It's really good. To try to keep things simple, you know. So on KSM, I believe this is the top of the swing high so far. Always combined with the volume, though. I find volume is very revealing. But so this is why I think it's the high. And we'll do this on basically all the other altcoins. But the total is probably the most important one that I should probably be covering on most of my videos. And guys, I don't just do this for, I do this for myself as well, because a lot of times it's like documenting the process. So as you can see, I just took this leg and I took this rule from Gann, from Gann in his books, and it's just basically what he calls a previous reaction retracement. Also on KSM, you can see that the structure, it really likes the 0.5, right, as we hit the top here, like I said in the other video there, as the tip video. Okay. So this one here hit the top and reversed it, and so this is kind of what we're looking for. I don't know if it's going to go all the way for the ABC, right, but I'm going to do it anyways, like this, right? I'm not sure if this is an ABC, but I know that there's some Python bots out there that, or Java, whatever they do, that recognize patterns like this, and they basically trade based off of them. Now what's going to be important here is going to be the angle of it, and also the time. So this is going to be a really interesting spot right here, but also at the bottom here, at the same price with time. Of course, if we break out, then our next understanding here. But guys, keep in mind, like this one here, this wave 1 and this wave 5, let's say, got the exact price with time. And actually, if you move it up a bit at the top of the wick, the same candle, the bottom candle, it actually got the top. So it's really interesting, you know, really interesting. So what I would be expecting here is if we do channel upwards, we wouldn't break this this line, because the bots and just there's a lot of pressure here. So if we do break upwards, so we're still in an uptrend. So it's not about being right when it comes to trading. Like for example, there's a lot of buying pressure still, right? That's why it's important to analyze the total. So KSM is the one that I'm going to do like a little bit longer analysis on it. So this is what we got, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is your fifth wave. Here's the measurements. So this is actually a 1.236. It's not a 61.8. Let's go to the 8-hour chart just because it's just easier to pull it on there. So if this is truly an impulse wave and it's not an X wave, we're hitting the 1.618 right now. Okay, so see this one here only got the 1.236, and this is basically what I would be watching, is this retracement here on top of the time analysis that we just did. On the 1 hour chart. Like I can add it here on the 1 hour so we can see. This is kind of like what we're doing. A lot of people, they'll take the second low though. It's the second low. Okay. So yeah, I like the strategy here with the VWAP on the left hand side. So you got a little bit of distribution at the top here. You got some support here as well as the 382, and more so at the golden ratio, which would be right here. So I'm gonna add the time. So I mean, these are all really good setups for scalping, because you don't want to be scalping all the time, but you want to be scalping at high probability times. For example, right here, that was a high probability time plus price reversal right here, this candle, and so the market fell 6%, and then this could still be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. But here's the thing: are we going to truncate here? Are we gonna find resistance right here, and this is gonna turn into 1, 2, and 3? If I go down to a lower time frame, it's a little tough to count the waves here. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm not really above that right now, because we're gonna talk about the trade setups. Small double bottom, but I mean, it's all about the risk reward and probabilities. Would I trade this? Probably not, because the risk reward is not there. You know, would I trade it downwards? Maybe. Here's the thing, I'll show you something right here. So I read a book called The Measured Move, Trading the Measured Move. This is a really good strategy. The guy uses the 0.5, but you can use anything. Just do your own back test, do your own work, understand the wave principles. So this 382 actually is a dead cat bounce level. Silicon uses it a lot in his trading. Count 5 waves, buy here, bullish divergence. Bullish divergence, and target the 382. And so I would have sold it there, but I missed my chance, and then when I looked at it, it was down here. So the prices fell about 3.5%, hit one of the targets, and the lower targets is down here and as well as this here. So I mean, here's a trade setup for us. It depends how the order book looks and how the total also looks, because it increases our probabilities. But this could be some type of head and shoulders, but it's kind of ugly for that to be a head and shoulders. So I don't think that's actually the case. Okay, moving on here to another coin. Let's just start off on the 1 hour chart here. Here's the daily chart as well, right? So I mean, a lot of people think that this is a 5-wave move downwards, and I do believe that is a 5-wave move, but we have to ask ourselves the question here: is this an A, B, C, and this is what, 5, or is it going to actually start impulsing? So this is swing chart, swing trading, right? So we're definitely ranging here at the top here, and you see all that buy. I wonder if, you know what happens a lot of the times in the markets, in the wave 4s, And the wave 4s and probably wave Cs, they're short coverings, right? So shorts are covering. And then why are they covering? Because they want to distribute high. It's called distribution pattern at the top here. So there's a few things. Honestly, the daily chart is one of my favorite charts to trade here. You know, because it'll offer us like 10% moves if we just focus on that. You know, like we focus on the swing, but yes, we go into micro in order to enter the trade. Look at this swing trade. Oh, here, let me show you. So it's going to be a lot of time here, right? But in reality, it's going to happen anyway, so you might as well have it on your chart. 26 days on this swing trade setup. And then top to top, bottom to bottom. And so this one's actually happening a little bit sooner. I'm going to put some alerts on this. KSM is a big name. Big name. This thing went 150% in 160% in 18 days. We're still inside its range. And this log scale, no log scale, whatever. No log scale. Next. Okay, what's the weekly saying? I'm really interested in this coin. So on the weekly scale, right away we have this price level and this price level with the wicks, and we have something different, but it's really interesting. So like this is definitely an angle that they're using. Okay. And I just go ahead and add it again on the weekly. So let's go back on the daily here because I want to see how many times here, how much time it's going to take. So 4 days. Here, what do we have here? 8 hours? Or should I do it on the daily? The daily would be fine for this. See if we got a different color that we can use. So again, like the tip video that I share with you guys, let me know if it actually works for you. It works for me. This trendline time indicator, pretty good, keeping things simple. Okay, let's go for the watch list now. So there's this is my dominance coins. We'll do that another day. And hold on. These are, so there's 89 perpetuals. I don't know if they added any more. I did this about like a month ago. Where's my day trade? This one. Alright, so we got like a couple names here going in, but today I thought I added the alpha. Oh, I added it on the wrong list. Whoops. Yeah, see it? This is pretty good. Crypto DeFi. It says information. What else was the other one here? Rune. So I think that is the wave where the money is going. Here's another DeFi coin, right? Or getting out of. So, so we've covered KSM. There's still 19 hours in this daily candle, and this is what we've got. Maybe I'll cover it some other time. It's really interesting. So this one here is BLZ. We have a lot of volume on that last candle, which was a short squeeze. They're all a short squeeze in my opinion. We have a potential double bottom here, and so I'd add an alert right here for some type of breakout. Some type of breakout here on the daily. See this histogram on the left hand side? There's a few other things I'd add just for so you've got all this. Kati. This one's an interesting coin, but it's pretty low. And you see the histogram. There's a lot of buyers that got dumped on right here, and right here, that's a big no-no in my books. It might be channeling though, right? Something like that. Next, Qdom. Qdom's interesting. For the same type of double bottom, we don't have that volume that we've seen in the other ones yet, because there's a huge resistance that we have right here. They don't want to risk it yet, because the short squeeze is really the only opportunity they have. They have to get over the resistance. It's the only opportunity they have to cause the prices to go back up. So they're not going to waste their time. So if this breaks right here, and guys, this is just technical analysis, right? There's trading plans that we have to build basically on these things, and on the daily, this is like, it could be a good trade, but I mean, if you buy here, the risk is pretty like, as a breakout, not that much in your favor, you know. But if you play it right, you can probably make some good money on Qdom, maybe on some Fibonacci retracements. I think that's probably the best way to go in this guy. Although it did dip below the 61.8, which is generally not a good thing. Maybe that's why there's not a lot of volume in the coin. So here's another one that has surpassed the 61.8 and further. So maybe that's just a rule that they have on their stuff right here. Look at alpha. So alpha is an interesting pattern. Alpha can maybe break out right here. Just right there on the daily. Yesterday, or no, that's today. Yesterday we had a good amount of volume right here and a tweezer bottom. So I'd like to see some continuation right here on alpha. I think that's a good bet. And it's up 2% today, the start of the day. With 19 hours left right here. So I mean, looking at the lower time frames, it's like, interesting. I don't want to really add some more. I see the trend lines and stuff. I'm just gonna add them. This is the 2 hour chart here. Because here's the trend line, and just put it on the 1 hour. And this one here. We have the breakout. We want to see if it's good volume. So we're reaching the RSI sell zone, and a little bit of resistance up here, up ahead anyways. So there's some good resistance here that these guys are going to have to break. I'd put it higher, but I'm just going to say it's right here. And this is the trend line time. So that's the setups that we have so far this week. And Rune. So Rune on the 2 hour chart is it's interesting, but I really do like the daily. Yep. So this guy here did retrace again. It's very low retracement. We don't really like that. Just like I think Bitcoin did the same thing. Bitcoin went up 12%, which could be yes. We're gonna take a look at a chart here. Bitcoin dominance. What was I gonna say? It could mean that also distributing into if I go on the list here. Bitcoin dominance. Yep, it's going up. good. What about Ethereum? Ooh, dude. You know how good this information is? Like, this information is something that I'm going to provide in some later videos. So these are all the daily charts, man, and we don't see anything stronger than BTC right now. And here's the thing, I'll tell you something about a wave 5 in a macro theory of Bitcoin and Elliott waves. Because Elliott waves is just a little bit helpful for us to know what cycle that we're in. Wave 5 is telling us basically that the alts are going to become distributed in Bitcoin. And I've been saying this for a while, but I didn't know which one was the 5th wave. And this is just more confirmation that we are in a 5th wave on the weekly or monthly chart. And this would be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perhaps. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you haven't watched my other video on the market cycle or market stages, all going all the way down, that one's pretty good picture of market cycles and market stages, where the market makers will accumulate low as possible and then pump it back, and it takes some time in order to do that accumulation. So continuing on here, Bitcoin dominance, we'll keep an eye on here, because Bitcoin was the one that pumped, you know, like 12% yesterday, right? So that's on the list as well, actually. Not this one, it's on trade, and right here. So if we go on the daily chart on Bitcoin, surprisingly, believe it or not, this one is leading the pack right here. If we go back to Binance, it was there. It's not there today or now. But so that's the question: are we going to break out here? Because some of these names are not even close to the thing here. So we still have this trend line we would have to break. So yesterday was a very good day. It was an obvious buy, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't buy from my spot account. I saw this hammer candle and I knew it was going to come up. But yeah, like, I'm still studying, taking and getting my notes really clear before I start trading, because I want to start documenting all of my trades and spreadsheets and all that stuff. Let's take a look at some other winners from yesterday. So today is not looking so hot, right? Yesterday SOL was kind of in the green. CRV was in the green. Yesterday HNT was in the green, and then we got this nasty wick that came down, rejected 8%. Same thing with the ZRX. Actually, it wasn't that good. Hammer candle, but it looks like these guys are gonna fail. Look at all this volume. Look at all the volume right here on ZRX, and it's trapped. That's a sign of a trap right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know who's buying that, but they might get screwed, because this is looking like a 1, 2, 3 that's not even done. Wow, bro. 1, 2, 3 ZRX. Bye bye. Duh. Go into the monthly chart. Like we're talking about Bitcoin going back down here. What about the other altcoins? Think about that. Like we've literally already dumped 73% on some of these things. So 80%, like that's crypto. That's what happens in crypto all the time, right? Look at this thing. Okay, almost 100%. That's the weekly chart. But I mean, it could be oversold, I'm not sure. The RSI has to fit some criterias, which it is right now, but on the weekly time frame, not showing any data on futures. So yeah, that's all really we have to play with. The KMS is probably one of my favorite coins right now, and BLZ, did we cover that one? BLZ. Yeah, this one here. So this one, we had a good amount of volume the other day. We can see a nice continuation to the upside. It kind of reminds me of QDOM a little bit. The same type of pattern, ascending triangle formation. Cardi is something that I was interested in as well, but it's losing a little bit of steam today. Let's finish it off with total, and maybe total 2 will go in there. So the total chart yesterday was pretty good. The volume is a little bit hard to read on this one, but it is very important to read it because this is the total market cap, and here's the total 2. So total 2 is actually, believe it or not, it's more advanced than total, which means it's more advanced than Bitcoin. So some of these altcoins are actually they're keeping their dollar value. Here's Matic. I haven't checked Matic in a while here. So apparently the Matic is a big there you go. Hold on. Matic is a big winner on the longer term. So this is obviously the golden ratio that we're aiming for here. It broke it still a little bit, but there's like 5 waves going down. This could be an ABC. Oh man, this could be an ABC. Yeah, so 8-hour chart, what we got here. So if this is a 1, 2, we would have to pull up some Fibonacci's pretty easily. I know this count because I've been in this chart for a while here. Okay. I was in it for all of this basically. I stopped watching it right here. As I'm still studying, but I was trading it pretty heavily. So what do we got? So here's a 1-to-1 right here. Let's add some trendline times because it's a guideline for timing and pressure, timing pressure. And that's not a very good trend line. Let's see what else we got here. Whoops. Sometimes the magnet tool is helpful, sometimes it's not. Okay, so it just basically times pressure, right? You can also add Fibonacci's here too, for timing, but I don't want to make it too complicated. I want to be able to trade it, you know? Alright, so what do we got? So timing indicator coming on tomorrow. I'm obviously seeing that it's coming back down. We're in a downtrend on basically everything, and the daily is getting a little bit more positive. Oh, this is not the daily, my bad. The 8 hours. But the daily is getting a little bit more positive, but it's still. And we have higher lows here on the daily. As this could go up, but there is resistance. And here's the thing, again, with the theory of the strategy of market makers. I'm telling you right now, they short it because they buy it, and then it causes a huge panic because you know how many people are short this. I don't know if there's a lot of people short, but they're hoping that there's a lot of people short. Maybe they have this information, but they're hoping that there's a lot of people short and that they're going to buy it. And the next little idea, that if the shorts squeeze doesn't fulfill, the ABC can go all the way down to the 101 right here, so 42 cents. Honestly, it can go down all the way to the 101, but it's not likely because we have a regular flat here as a pattern. Regular flats usually go down to the 101 with this timing indicator combined. It really gives us a good gauge to what this thing is going to do. So Matic is definitely on my list, right underneath Bitcoin. I'm also going to add CRV there because those are two coins that are basically controlling the market, I believe, and probably something like that because, well, DeFi, if that's really the wave, and so this, like Bitcoin is, for example, it's a store of value. Ethereum is actually it's a blockchain that is workable, usable, but it's user friendly as there's a lot of stuff built on it, although there's definitely some weaknesses, and there's Ethereum killers out there like what DOT maybe, ADA, and all these other things. But the fees on this thing is a little high, and they might be solving that. I'm not sure, but it's for the right price, right? This Ethereum. And then we have BNB. BNB is just BNB XRP. And BNB has a good team, right? BNB has money, and they have power because they are really the center of the attention in crypto. So if they wanted to make something, they could, and that's why I think they had such a great pump. I mean, from $6 to $600 or $700, right? And XRP is the banking, the world currency. That, you know, and to be honest, I don't doubt it. I'm not one of those doubters. I understand it, okay, and it should be on your watch list. It should most definitely be on your watch. It should be on my watch list. I should be watching this thing every day because we're talking about a cryptocurrency here. A cryptocurrency is made to replace and fix the solution here of the world debt crisis and all that stuff. It's there's many solutions with blockchain technology, and that word was famous in 2017, but still I don't think people understand what it means. You know, we're talking about replacing concepts, right? Like, but at the same time, you have to understand, like, these are each coin are billion dollar positions, you know. So it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Some are going to zero, and they'll realize that, they'll know, and they'll get out. But some are not going to zero. Some are not going to zero, and they know that, and they'll get in more. But which one is going to be the one? You can draw these TA things that are going to help us realize which one it is. Which one art is going to win. Because the plan is already set. Is it Bitcoin Cash? Is it Bitcoin? Is it XRP? Which one is it? Which one is it? Post in the comments below which one is it. Which one do you think it is? Which one is going to save the world? Fix it. And there's a story behind the pyramid on the American dollar. And it means that is built to destroy and then to be rebuilt. And it has connections with a god. A god. I don't know if a real god. I think it's the... Search it up though. So anyways, that's a big sign. It's a big sign. Alright, so this is futures, guys. What I just charted right there is that they're futures, and later in the future my watch list is going to consist of spot. And that's why I'm saying, like, in the next 5 years, you know, in cryptocurrency, is it all going to go to zero? Let's go back to the total. Right? That's why you look at the total and you see, okay, look at the total too. This is altcoins only. Look at the total dominance. BTC is at 43. Okay. So we have to understand this. We have to understand the swing perspective on the macro. Like what's really going on in the world. Come on. Like, this is very important. Very important. It's not just about scalping. Okay. So many people are playing this differently. Okay. I made a video a while back that I believe that this cycle right here is the same thing that we have here. Let's take a look at the like this, and then one more wave downwards. Okay. Let me get the time here. Now I'll make a more complex video on it very soon. Okay. If you guys are still watching, go ahead and please like and subscribe, because you know, respect, and let me know in your comments, like if you've been in crypto for as long and you know this stuff, like you've meditated on it, you have a feeling. Which one is it? Which one is going to win? Because it has to have a finite supply. It's gonna have something, right? Some people, I've heard this a while, like some people believe in this one right here, Bitcoin Cash. But we look at the TA, and we're going to see which one's being accumulated, which one's being distributed, and we're going to try to make as much money as possible in these next coming days, weeks, and months, and years. Alright, hope you liked and enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too long. Peace.